What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, a happy new year to everybody. I hope you all had a good holiday period, and I hope you all had a good year overall of poker. I didn't have the greatest year poker-wise, and in this video we're going to go over the results for all things poker-related for 2024. A few things to mention. First of all, my volume was pretty pathetic overall, especially cash games. I didn't really play any cash games, any online cash games off stream. So really not that many hands in online cash games at least. Tournaments there was more. I haven't seen the tournament results yet on Sharkscope. I'm going to be going into that blind. So I'm going to be seeing it all for the first time as you guys are. Second thing to mention is the numbers are just going to be the raw numbers. So some losses I would have sold action in. Some wins I would have sold action in. You're going to get the raw numbers of just profit and loss, but that's not necessarily what I've made or what I've lost. So we will start with cash games, and the results aren't great. So this is on ACR for the year. I don't know how it's only 37,000 hands. I thought it was more than this. I haven't purged any hands this year. I made a note to not do that. So I thought I had more hands than this, but I guess not. So we are basically break even on ACR. So here I'm going to assume is where we started playing 1K a bit more. This will be a mix of Blitz and probably 400 and 600. Here I remember we got off to a great start playing 1K and L and then went on a bit of a swing. I mean, look at that. That's like a 7K swing or something. But yeah, this is basically break even. And so little hands as well. So not really ideal. And then we go to GG, where I've somehow played more hands and managed to lose. And I've done the same thing here, where I've like gone on a bit of a heater and then just spaffed it off and gone on like this is like a 10K downswing. And I don't think I was playing, I think I was playing 500 was the highest stake I played on GG. This was mostly a mix between 200 Russian cash and 500 NL regular tables. So yeah, again, really low volume, less than 100,000 hands for the year in online cash games. And a loss overall, so we're about $500 down, which isn't ideal. This year, I'm going to play a lot more, I think, online cash games, because I think I'm going to play off stream as well. And we are going to play just the higher stakes. We're going to play, I'm mainly going to play 1K and L, I think, and then I might even move up if I feel confident, if I think games are going to be okay. So yeah, online cash games, pretty disappointing, realistically. I will go over rate back and stuff afterwards, which you'll get to see. In terms of live cash games, I didn't play any, I don't think, or nothing that was tracked. If I did, it would have been very seldomly. I think I played once in Austria, I think at the start of the year. So nothing in the way of live cash games. Live tournaments we can go to, and we can see we are down in total. So if I go to my Hendon mob, this is what I cashed for in the year from here. Irish Open was the first series I went to. Keep in mind, again, very low volume. I don't really play live tournaments too much. So the only series that I played was the Irish Open. I played GUKPT in Blackpool because I always go and see my parents who live close by. World Series of Poker, obviously, where all of these cashes are, and then EPT Prague at the end of the year. And I've only managed to cash once at Irish Open. Quite a lot in WSOP, to be fair, but then bricked everything else. So loads of cashes, like 70k in cashes in the World Series. And I think that was about 16, 17, 18k profit. I think it was 16k in pounds profit. And so, yeah, I'm basically down in live tournaments. There might be more than this. I think maybe I fired a 1k once. I think it was in Manchester when Eastie was around. So probably a slight bit more losing than this. And so, yeah, managed to be down in live tournaments as well, even though we had a really good World Series. Obviously, bricking a 10k main. The last week of the World Series, if you guys watch the vlogs, was pretty trash. I just bricked like 20, 25k's worth of buy-ins. But we had a really good start to the series. Like I say, it was like 70k in cashes or something like that. So yeah, so actually a pretty whack year in terms of everything. Now we'll go to online tournaments, and I haven't actually seen what they are. I really don't know if we're going to be up or down. I've definitely made profit personally. Okay, this makes sense here. So I reset them all at the start of the year, I think. Yeah. So stars, I don't play much on stars. Most of this was W Coop, and honestly, I should have just played the mixed game ones, because look at this. I came third and third in both stud events. We got, what's this? This was just in a 1K Hold'em. But the majority of the biggest scores here were the mixed game events. I got quite a lot of cashes in the mixed game events for Scoop. So, yeah, this is mainly WCoop, where, honestly, if you guys had seen me, I played so many tournaments at WCoop and OSS and ACR and the GG World Festival. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm not going to do that in future. I can't grind that many tournaments in a short space of time and be focused and play really, really well. So going forward, I will play series events, but I'll either focus on one site on ACR when they have OSS, or I will just play the higher EV tournaments. Not bother with leaderboards, not bother with like the bets and stuff like that. And yeah, so stars I'm expecting to be down. The other ones, I really don't know. So I think I have uploaded all of my results for GG for this year. You can upload them via Pokercraft on GG. I think I've uploaded all of them, and I have no idea how this is going to go. This could be anywhere, like it could be like 30k down, it could be 20k up, could be anywhere in between. So, and I've not seen this yet. So, oh yes, we're in the green. Nice, we've actually made profit. That's quite a lot of fucking tournaments, really, considering it's not even my main site. So, yeah, okay, nice win. Jesus, bit of a swing here. What the fuck was this? Oh yeah, 21k. That was like my biggest score on GG. Yeah, Masters final table, which a video is going to come out for. I just need to do a bit of commentary on it. So, I mean, we peaked at like 27k up in pounds. So I've been on a bit of a swing there, realistically, which I haven't really paid that much attention to. I've been playing a bit of cash on GG and winning, so that's kind of balanced that out. So, but yeah, we take that. That's actual profit, which is nice. So that that's basically break even when you include stars. Now, this is going to be the big one. We got off to a really, really good start to the year. We got a deep Venom run. And then we played the OSS and played like a load of the events. And I played a lot of the higher events as well, the 1Ks and stuff. I did sell for quite a lot of them, so it's not as brutal to me. But we went on like a 30, 40k downswing. Maybe even more, I don't know. So I don't know what this is gonna be like, to be honest with you. So this could be, I mean, this could be all, this could be anything. Got my 3 nips on there. I would take break even. I would take break even here. Yeah. Yeah, this start to the year, man, was just insane. Like, such an insane start to the year, just straight up. And then, mate, look at this. This is basically 2 40k downswings, which is insane. Now, this is going to happen. This was the biggest cash, right? Well, the biggest score was in the Venom early on in the year. Video came out a long time ago. And then got this one. This one, I was very fortunate to have all my own action, which really helped. But I didn't realize, Jesus Christ, we're on like a 60k downswing now. I knew it was bad. I didn't realize it was this bad. So a lot of this was the OSS. Was that here? No, this was the early OSS because I managed to win one. It must have been here, right? Yeah, we got 7th where it was like 90k up top. This is where I made an error, I think, with pocket 10s. And then got very unfortunate to bust in 7th. It got really, really unlucky to bust in 7th. And then, yeah, basically bricked everything else. So, yeah, a pretty grim year overall when you consider everything. The worst part about it was, the worst part of the year poker-wise, if you guys saw, I was heads up for a 100k Triton package again, and I got 2 outed for the package. I had more chips, so I would have won a 100k package. I would have gone to Triton in Monte Carlo had I just held 9s versus deuces. That was the toughest part of the year. The rest of it has been, I mean, I didn't think it was this bad just because, you know, I've had a reasonable amount of decent cashes. I've obviously got by with things like with the stream revenue and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's probably the worst year of poker I've had, to be honest, because it's losing. It's losing in online tournaments. It's losing in online cash games. And losing in live tournaments as well. So I've had a losing year of poker for what must be the first year in about, I want to say about 10 years. Possibly longer because, no, probably about 10 years, yeah, because I was probably losing 18, 19. 20, when I was 21, definitely won, so it could be my first, like, losing year in, like, 12 years. Really pathetic volume from me, realistically, overall. Most of it was on GG and tournaments, apparently, but which makes sense. I play quite a bit off stream and stuff. But I did try and focus a bit on content and stuff like that. But, oh, something, yeah, I forgot to add Rakeback here. So something I hadn't mentioned was Rakeback, which has basically kept me afloat. And this isn't bad considering the lack of volume, I guess, overall. So about 23k in Rakeback, which pretty much accounts for these losses then. So will put me, what? Break even or slightly winning if you just in fact it'll probably put me break even overall, right, including cash game losses, possibly very slightly in profit. So yeah, the Rakeback, this includes anything I've got from ACR and GG. This doesn't include stars Rakeback actually, which is probably an extra $500. So this includes everything just from ACR and GG. It doesn't include anything from like stream benefits, like added tickets or anything I've got like that. It's only just Rakeback from the sites. There will be a little bit of extra on GG from earlier in the year where I would play Russian Cash on a Friday and get a little bit of extra Rakeback there in the form of... It used to be in the form of cash, now it's in the form of cash game dollars. So that was included earlier on in the year, but would only be once a week on Fridays. So that is kind of streamer incentive, but it doesn't account for most of this. This is just pure Rakeback from what you'd get on the site. I still have a little bit more on ACR that I've unused as well, which I'll take at the end of next year with combat points or whatever it is for the tiered system. So yeah, probably if you include Rakeback, a break even, maybe like 1,000 up total. But other than that, a losing year in poker, and possibly my first year losing since, definitely since playing for a living, possibly since being a profitable poker player, which goes to show a few things in terms of the reasons why I think I've lost. One, variance obviously is going to be a big factor. Two, I think not focusing and playing particularly well. For example, when I was playing the series events, I would just play too many tournaments. There was some leaderboard grinding, like I said, for the Triton package, which I ended up bubbling, which was grim. Would have been a nice bit of Rakeback. So not actually playing, playing too many games and not fully focusing. Playing on, at bad times, especially for cash games. You've seen on ACR, I would play quite reg-heavy games and battle, in reg-heavy games and stuff, and then not play off-stream when games are good and stuff. And then for, I've got to take some accountability just in terms of, I would say, lack of studying and genuinely really trying to improve. So there are a lot of things I can work on for this year. So if we have to have New Year's resolutions, then I would say to study more and focus better and make sure that I'm focusing and playing when games are good and when I'm feeling good. The only problem with streaming is obviously I have to kind of play sometimes when I'm not really in the mood or when the games aren't particularly good. And so if I wasn't streaming, I'd be making more playing poker for sure. But then I'm losing the streaming side of things, not just from a revenue point of view, but from a fun point of view. And just, I really enjoy streaming, creating content and stuff. That kind of takes a backseat. I saw there was I think Kevin Martin tweeted saying it's basically impossible to be the top level of poker and a top content creator at the same time. And I would agree with that. It really, you'd be surprised at how much it takes it out, because I know you guys just see, if you're watching on YouTube, you see one video a week. Now as well, I've got less excuse because I do have a team editing videos for me, so I don't have to do it all myself, which I was doing for the first probably 9 months of the year, 10 months of the year. So now I can focus a bit more on improving, on playing, on studying, as well as hopefully getting some good content out for you guys. So yeah, going forward, we'll be playing a lot of cash games online. I was thinking of doing a kind of bankroll challenge type thing where we do 10 buy-ins at every stake. So I start at 10 and L, I've got to win 10 buy-ins and then I can move up and keep doing that and see how far we can get to in the year. If you guys want to see that, let me know, because I'm still on the fence of whether I want to do that or whether I just want to play like, 1K and L and just play some of the mid-high stakes and try and move up to high stakes and actually have a decent, profitable year. We'll see. So let me know what you guys want to see. Please make sure you subscribe. I promise there's going to be loads of good content going forward. We'll be hopefully getting some live vlogs out towards the middle of the year. Especially if I go play the World Series and play a load of mixed games, try and win myself a bracelet. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. GG's for 2024. Let's hope we can have a better 2025.